flag on the play.
Yeah.
Clear skies, but pretty chilly. That's the situation in Green Bay, Coach. Actually had a dusting of it on in snow last night, but that's gone, and we are set for football at Lambeau Field. We all know this community lives for its Packers, and the green and gold came out of the tunnel a short time ago, and it was loud. We are ready for football, so are they, as the Packers get set to match up with the Minnesota Vikings. Fields this way up at the 17. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. He'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
Aaron Jones.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers sliding out of the pocket. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up first and 10 at the 46. From the gun, it's Rodgers. That's complete to Lazard. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
How about a guy proving his worth in different ways? Had the big play in the run game to play before. This time, they go right back to him in the passing game, and he comes through with yet another big play. That's why you work out so hard in the offseason, so you can stay on the field and accumulate big plays.
Rodgers now on first down. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
From the 24, they'll go again on second and 10. On the delay, Jones. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
A loss of 1 brings up 3rd down and 11.
On play action, it's Rodgers. And Adams has it complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Rodgers finding Adams for a Packer first. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Quick throw caught out wide by Valdez-Scantling. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive.
Brings up 2nd and 3. At the
3 yards remain for 2nd down. They go back to the ground with Jones. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
It's 3rd down and 4.
Working from the gun, Rodgers. This Minnesota D up to the task on the third down pass play.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on third down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected fourth down here.
So on now for the Packers is their all-time leading scorer, Mason Crosby. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And the 13-year man puts it through. Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. But Dalvin Cook's best game of 2019 came against these Packers. It was in Week 2 early in the season, but he had 154 yards and a touchdown on the ground, though his Vikings actually wound up falling 21-16 at Lambeau. They run again on first down. Cook. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down. Couple of very nice carries to start this drive out.
Yeah, 2 first downs. And how about that second one? What a nice run on that particular play. I'm telling you, they're going to start to think that this game is easy if they continue to rip off yardage like this.
They'll run on first down. It's Cook, and he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs.
At the 38-yard line.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll run for the first time here with Matt Breida. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. On first down, it's Cook. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Jair Alexander up to make the tackle. You don't see that a ton, do you? Or the cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
And Thielen's got it. Touchdown, Vikings.
To number 19.
Adam Thielen, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Vikings have taken the lead. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fields this way up at the 17. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize, like going to the county fair. You don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Rodgers going to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line.
By the Vikings.
He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Cook. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Brought down that time by Christian Kirksey.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
7, Packers 3.
Here's 2nd and 10. Out of the shotgun, Breida. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. That's complete, right around the 8. And they will get to him at the 7 and stop him short of the 1st down marker. A gain of 9, not enough, and it's 4th down. So Cousins heads to the Vikings sideline, and on is Dan Bailey to try the field goal. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And Bailey able to knock it through. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
At their own 25-yard line.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. Just a lone field goal for them so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up 1st and 10. They're going for Lazard, but this is intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one, or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
On first down, Cook. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Cousins. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Well, Zadarius Smith there getting in and bringing him to the ground.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop it.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. He was looking for Adam Thielen there. They'll run for it with Cook. Now he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown.
Minnesota.
Dalvin Cook, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead. It's up and good, and that makes it 17-3.
Makes the score Vikings 17. Packers 3.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And able to get this out to the 25.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
2nd and 7.
To throw is Rodgers. He sets up the screen to Jones. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
At the 35-yard line.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. His throw incomplete. The veteran tight end Mercedes Lewis, the intended receiver. But it'll be 2nd down. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. The Pro Bowl wideout Devontae Adams, his intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
3rd down and 10.
Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. Looking deep for Adams. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down.
So 1 first down on that drive, and that's it. Forced to take the deep shot on 3rd down and couldn't hit it. Now they have to punt this one away.
They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. This will be a 41-yard punt, 3 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They have to be pleased with the way that they've moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3.
Looking for Thielen, but it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Kevin Minter. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
Well, they're watching the film, and it's working. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
It's a gain of 9.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Here's Rodgers. He's got the hook up to Lazard. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, Rodgers. It is caught at the 7-yard line. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
Yard line.
Rodgers again now. Got a man open. It's Adams. Touchdown, Green Bay. Devontae Adams with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Packers are back within a score.
The extra point.
Crosby with the extra point. And that slices the lead down to 17-10. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
Carrier.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Cousins gives way to Cook.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
A gain of 21.
A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Vikings first down.
Cousins now to throw on 1st down. He'll dump this off to Cook. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. From the 39-yard line, here comes 2nd down at 6. To throw is Cousins. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. So now after the sack, Cousins and the Vikings come up here 3rd and long. They go play action. Cousins. And that will be incomplete.
And I feel like my man, Old Mo, momentum might be changing jerseys right now. How about what they just got done? They scored a touchdown their last drive. Now here's a 3 and out. Maybe momentum's getting ready to creep to the other sideline. Colquitt on to kick as he sends it away.
And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. Back near the goal line. Here's Rodgers. Slant to Adams. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half.
And inches at the 15-yard line.
A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. Operating from the gun, Rodgers. Now look out, Rodgers lost the football. And this will be scooped up in the end zone. A defender gets there, and it's a touchdown. Once that ball was loose, the question was, would this be 2 or would it be 6? It's 6. The defense able to pounce on it.
And for the offense, the training didn't really kick in, did it? Once that ball comes loose, you've got to get on it, make sure that you recover it, or make sure you punch it out of the end zone. Anything but give it to the defense to score a touchdown.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. This one taken just inside the 10. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
At their own 26-yard line.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly.
The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. A final shot before half for Rodgers. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion. Working out of the gun, Cousins. And that is incomplete.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think can absorb that contact.
Here's Jackson. And they call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And, Charles, they trail by a couple of scores, but if they could put a good drive together here and go a long way toward getting them back in this football game.
And if you're looking at a checklist of things that they need to do in the second half, job number 1 was getting a stop, wasn't it? So, big check right there. Now they want to see if their offense can build on that momentum.
The 29-yard line.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Throwing is Rodgers. And all Oh, this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Gotta love the catch. I think you gotta love the gloves as well.
Yeah, these one-handed catches, that was great, and they're fun. They become a little more ho-hum, aren't they?
Yeah, they really are. And I know
under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Aaron Rodgers.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
It's caught here by Adams. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Now Rodgers throwing on second down. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 38-yard line. A gain of 28 yards there and give them a first down. 1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. Not much there, only a yard.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. And again, it's Rodgers. He's got Adams on the hookup. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. But forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
But coming into this one, we expected that this offense would have trouble with this defense, and that's exactly the way that this game has gone. Pressure in his face, coverage downfield has been tight. That led to another incompletion. This defense, they're exactly who we thought they were coming into.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. It's the fullback. His first touchdown on the year. And the Packers have cut it back within a score. He's got it, and it's 24-17.
Makes the score Vikings 24, Packers 17.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive 1st and 10. They start the drive with Cook. Gets through, and now an opening. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A big run there, 29 yards and a first.
First down.
Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? And we just saw down that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy and say, listen, I was the point of attack. I took care of business. That's why you're able to get downfield and add all those yards to your total.
Yeah, really nice gain there. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
On second down, Cook. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to third down.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Again, it's Cook. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. Give them 18 there and give the Vikings a first down.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
Well, this has been all that we'd hoped for. 2 of the game's all-time great QBs slugging it out in a one-score game here in the second half. 1st and 10. Now a give to Breida. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. The first-round pick, Jair Alexander, making the tackle.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old-school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. And, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So the face mask moves him closer, and now 1st and goal. This is Cook, and they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. Back now at Lambeau. It's the Vikings in possession of the football and the lead. They'll be looking to add to that total as we begin quarter number 4. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. They try again with Cook. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
Here is Cook on 3rd and goal.
It's interesting where we are in the game now. The analytics folks, they might tell you to kick the field goal and make it a 2-score game. But you have to wonder if emotionally they're thinking, let's go for the touchdown and try and slam the door.
Bailey's kick is good. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. So his 2nd field goal of the game, and that could turn out to be the big one.
Yeah, you have to make them score twice to beat you, and that's not impossible. But here in the 4th quarter, puts their backs clearly against the wall.
Trying to gauge the sun, and he muffs it. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. A throw over the middle taken in. And he'll be down at the 46. So they go from 146 to the other on a pickup of 8.
Brings up
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now Rodgers. And, boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
We just saw another example of really good defensive football, which has led to the cushion that they have in this game. Got to him once again, knocked him on the ground, forced an incompletion.
Yeah, they've set the tone. It's one thing to set the tone, another to come in here on the road and set the tone.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it. Sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And, yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. It's caught. Jones. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. Rodgers to throw once more. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
Rodgers will try again on 2nd down. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Danielle Hunter able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. Working from the gun, Rodgers. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. He's going to look deep down the field. And that is incomplete. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back.
On downs.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. A real chance for them to salt this game away after that turnover on downs, holding a 2-score lead in the 4th quarter. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Lets it fly for Thielen. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Adam Thielen. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taken from about the 12. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
1st and 10. At their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Being chased out left. Looking deep for Adams. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at the 20. And his throw here's incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss, and now it's 3rd down. The Packers on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 14. And Adams has it, good play. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. Able to convert on 3rd and 14, a terrific play call. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. Looking deep for Adams. And they're going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Oh, going for Jefferson down. This is caught inside the 15. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Justin Jefferson. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
Yeah, you said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. Throwing again on 2nd down. Rodgers, and that's incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him, and after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Rodgers going to try and throw on 3rd down. He's going to let it fly. And almost intercepted. That would have been his 3rd pick in this game alone. Instead, 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. The offense going to stay out there. They've converted once, failed once. What can they do here on 4th down? Now Rodgers got to have this one. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Say hello to Eric Kendricks. He gets the sack there. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
Cousins here to throw. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Pulls it in at the 13. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their third straight defeat. And he's not even able to get back to the line of scrimmage. Now there's also a flag down, and it's in the area of holding. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
I have to give some credit to the defender on that one. He read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
On 3rd and long, it's Rodgers. And that will be incomplete.
Rodgers pass.
He's just not at his focus in this game. It's not 1 drop. It's not 2. That's 3 for this contest.
Yeah, uncharacteristic for any NFL receiver, and he's no exception. .43 yards on the punt, 7-yard return, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked.
And the 3rd interception thrown by Cousins. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete.
There defensively.
Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this. Throwing here, Cousins. A throw for Thielen once again. This time it's complete. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Adam Thielen, 33 yards. And the interception by the Vikings D leads to a touchdown. Bailey got the extra point, and that will extend this big lead.
17.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Jackson now to return. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
Incomplete.
For a lot of coaches,
Be honest.
don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
You're not going to want that feeling again.
no, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
A 2-yard pickup makes it 3rd and 8.
One final try now for Rodgers. Open on the left side. This is Valdez-Scantling. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Minnesota, they remain one of the hottest teams out there as the win moves them to 6-1. And they'll return home next week to take on the Detroit Lions. Meanwhile, for Green Bay, things are definitely going south quickly as they fall now to 1-6. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Santa Clara to take on the 49ers. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.